Always sets me to thinking.
My legs are bad.
I got to focus. My head will roll towards my stomach.
I only pray my watch finishes.
This sort of quiet means all's well. This armor's far from comfortable.
All my peers seem so much more capable.
What will come here?
Town's on my feet all day. My legs are bad.
Wait till my duties is done. Mayhap I really would have been better off alone.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet on it.
Very well. I shall return.
A welcome respite from all that hassle and I shall put no next.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
You got a hankering for something? Let me...
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs just to be sure. Let me get that.
Here we go again.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our disappointment.
Of course. No harm shall come to you.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I sustain your career.
The magics you bestowed have faded.
Our ally is bent to the enemy's will.
My consciousness fades. Pray, stop me, lest I bring you harm.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
'Tis well to have comrades one can trust.
I will protect you.
That being has the power to hold forth spirit without end.
Then let us spell it. Granted servants their deserved rest. Focus. A moment of indecision may spell out ruin.
Yes, of course. Best bet against this foe.
Then we know what must needs be done. I shall finish this! For the Arisen!
Get on. I shall propel you into the air.
That was a skillful bit of victory. You do your vocation proud.
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Understood. Creature is gone. Let us revel in the knowledge that this region has escaped its destruction. Such treasures are seldom found.
How exciting. My heart is fit to burst. Here we go again.
We fight. To arms.
By your leave.
The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns. You have my protection.
It consumes elves and houses to do the same to Vernworth. We must halt. This is Calamity's charge at any cost.
I will see it answered for every last innocent life it's taken.
Our foes are like to use the dark against us.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
We shall remain here.
My watch finishes without incident. Very possible.
Ah, my friend. Full glad am I to see you safe. All the more so in these calamitous times. If you have come on pressing matters, might I ask you to first bring them to Captain Brant? I have come to depend upon his counsel, truth be told.
I dare say I could forget
Naught
all my
compares to a real battle.
Mayhap I'll come here when I'm a day's
They wish you were in my boots.
I've been on my
said
feet
so
all day.
nice.
My legs are
I'm ready for patrol.
A fine place to collect my things.
Then I shall remain by your side.
I pray no poison use.
Lots to do.
Chum. To put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
I can tell half as many lies.
Wait till the might. I can't get
Aye, it's you.
welcome.
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a burden upon the young Regent King. Let us aid him however we may.
I am well aware of the particulars.
We shall await you here, Master.
I've got to focus. The shift's only just begun.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and all expenses.
I must earn the people's faith.
My boots. If they only knew. Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health.
Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards, help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. I will not want to make this. What have you done about it?
This arm is far from comfortable.
I know not what to make of this. Yes? This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... There's aught inside. 'Tis a letter. Might you excuse me? I would speak with Mother. Mayhap there is hope of changing her mind yet. All she did, all the scheming, all the plots, 'twas all for me, you see. So I cannot leave her to her fate. Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided, had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Would that all my days were so tranquil. These soldiers lack discipline. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
would you be so kind as to petition the merchant? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Minute now. This one's getting cold.
This arm is far from comfortable.
All my peers seem so much more Minute now. This one's getting cold. Mayhap I really would have been better off.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet at the moment.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
A welcome respite from all that hassle.
This is no good.
I'm not taking any passengers just now.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety. What are you doing? Put that away. No! Spare me! I pray you! I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
They say a crisis reveals one's true character, but that man was no less miserably selfish than he always seemed.
True enough.
Silence.
Townsmen still waiting on that report.
We shall await you here, Master.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
All my peers seem so much more capable.
Such quietude.
I can handle this. Quite sure. And it now. This one's getting
I shall return.
Might as well hang about.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol. Mayhap our rules will be better off.
I'd fain aid you, howe'er I may. I've a favor to ask. Might I depend upon you? Thank you.
I've trained for this. I'm seeing that days.
Gladly while away an afternoon.
Tis good to be reunited.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Need anything? Need anything? Many thanks.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
I hope our coin purse isn't too much lighter.
You have my support.
I find your company to be... These are troubled times, but rest assured, our doors shall remain open and our beds soft. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is no
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
What should I get up to today?
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Need anything?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes.
Indeed. tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command. Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses. Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we've the chance.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Understood. I shan't let them harm you. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe. Well and true. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Before it is too late.
Pray, light your lantern, Master. Our foe hasn't even noticed what's been pilfered.
Tremendous work!
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You can some douse the oil. I will protect you. Well fought, Arisen.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
That was certainly worthwhile. Take care where you place your feet. A sharp incline is like to throw us off balance as tis our enemy.
Any beast will grow ferocious when backed into a corner.
Master, are you unharmed?
I am grateful. My thanks. Will this suffice as a reward?
Thank you.
You mustn't let this stop you. As a matter of fact, I do so admire your poise on the battlefield, Master. You embody the essence of all a magic archer should be.
Here we go again.
Fight. To arms!
Understood. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Let me get that. have my protection.
Well done, Master. In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful. The path seems much changed since last we walked it.
A result. Be proud of. Ah, a ballista. These have quite a long range.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. It would be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
Indeed, you are correct.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get him to safety.
Sir Lamont shall be a boon to the evacuation effort. Let us inform Sir Ernesto of our success.
I quite agree.
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamont's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
I quite agree.